Greetings, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Social Power Summit, week 3 of the speaker interview series. I am so excited to have everybody today. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on in the room. This is going to be a great live. Hello, hello. Come on in the room. Yes, hello, hello. Yes, yes, hello, hello. Yes, we got to get it out here. Go ahead and share. All that good stuff. I'm sharing while I'm wet. Oh, there's Miss Carla. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing well. Just clearing my camera lens. Okay, whoo, that's better.
We are so
Yeah.
glad to have you. We are so
Oh,
glad
well,
to
thank
have
you.
you.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, Nina said she just saw you walking your dog a couple of days ago and said y'all were going to be at the summit together. So that is
Yes,
cool.
we are. And I'm so glad she was actually paying attention because I pay attention to the cars, just not the people in the cars.
Right.
Especially when they're male and female, so you don't want another woman thinking you staring,
Right.
So,
Right.
right. So definitely. I was making sure I didn't get hit, but I really wasn't looking in the car, so I'm glad she said something.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much for being a part of the Social Power Summit. And, I am so glad, so honored because I know what difference you make in the beauty community. And I am just super honored to have that expertise at the Social Power Summit this year. And so tell us a little bit about Carla Jones.
Okay. Well, Carla Jones is semi-retired. Actually, no, not. Oh, so actually, I retired from corporate as a push, right? So in 2014, I actually moved to Atlanta, Georgia, decided to go into consulting after a 3.5-year run as a campus president for a career college in Mobile, Alabama. Awesome. My background actually started out corporate, and from a industry standpoint, I started out in the automotive industry as a manufacturing supervisor with General Motors. Nice. And so right out of college, as a matter of fact, I did a 3-year co-op with General Motors. I was one of probably a very few, which they hardly ever do, because I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but General Motors has its own school called GM Institute.
Oh, nice.
So where they actually train their own engineers and things like that. And so they're automatically given positions, but they're also given tenure. So even during their co-op years while in college, they're gaining tenure with General Motors as a regular employee. Right. And so at my first year, I did an intern there. The second time when they invited me back, they gave me a co-op, and I didn't even apply for it. So starting my second year, I started earning time with them as a full-time employee. So by the time I graduated from college, I had a seniority of 3 years with General Motors, even on my first year. So I stayed in manufacturing for about 2 years after that, moved again in manufacturing in Illinois with a different company, the Thermos Company, that makes your kids jugs, chests, and coolers. And I was in marketing and manufacturing. I got promoted out of manufacturing into marketing as an assistant brand manager. So I was over the product development and the maintenance of our jugs, chests, and coolers. But anyway, boring, but really great.
Yeah.
So mid-age, I decided I had a little run with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals back in Michigan. And then after I left there, I actually went into cosmetology school at 32. So I worked right about 7 years after I graduated from college. When I went to cosmetology school, I had completed my MBA degree, And I really wanted to transition into a career that provided me really flexibility on time, dollars, and schedule. And so my plan was to stay behind the chair for about 10 to 14 years. My daughter was 4. So I didn't want to stay behind the chair past the time she graduated. She's now 30 years old. So that shows you how long I've been in the industry. So, when she was about 15, I went back in corporate America. I got a position with Empire Education Group, which is still the largest contributor of education for cosmetology training. And I opened the Chicago market for them, but I stayed in that position 4 months. I basically did a Jerry Maguire move. I wrote this like crazy report, sent it to my boss like 4 o'clock in the morning of how much revenue they were missing from my school. And based on this, if this was how they, designed their curriculum, how much money we were missing out of the 38 schools. And so he said, literally, I thought you were crazy, but the more I read it, the more it made sense. So it actually got me a promotion. They created a job and moved me to corporate.
Wonderful. Yes.
So how I got into social media was another fluke. In 2013, I was contacted by a consultant that I used to work with when I was with L'Oreal, and I missed that part. But anyway, I did a stint with L'Oreal USA 3 years as a director of education for one of their brands. And she reached out to me to assist with a company with the development of some hair care product, color product, as a matter of fact. They needed to source a salon and some stylists in New York. And so we attempted to do it the regular way. And to be honest with you, I really was only on Facebook to track my daughter who was at Tennessee State. So I had no other interest in Facebook other than to make sure she wasn't, showing things she would keep her from getting a job and would keep her in my pocket as her mom. And one night I got home and about 6 o'clock, looked at Facebook, and there was this ad that ran for Facebook for Business. And I was curious because I didn't know Facebook had a different side. And so I began to check it out and read it. And so what started out as interest, I literally stayed up Friday night from about 7 p.m. till about 6 a.m. Saturday morning, reading about social media marketing, Facebook, what role it played for businesses, how they could utilize it as a tool. And so lo and behold, I got this great idea that I could help this company via social media. And maybe the way they were trying to recruit participants for a study wasn't the best way in terms of the tools they were using, which were, we're going to put ads in the newspapers and things like that. And so I wrote a proposal that I could basically help them recruit. At least I could be a feeder to sort of get the leads and maybe get more warmer leads, qualified people, and then I would refer those that had been qualified. And so they actually gave me a 6-month contract for $12,000. And that is actually how I got started in social media. I had not a clue. Yeah. And so from that point on, being in the beauty industry, and when I began to consult, I realized there was really not a lot of people who were teaching social media marketing to the beauty and barber industry professional as a pure marketing tool, not just as a platform that you can put up a post. So, they really weren't teaching strong strategies that were supported by goals. And that's what I wanted to do. So to further that, I decided to go to school. So I do have a certification now in digital marketing, and I also have a certification as a web content manager from Emory University. Yeah. So,
Wonderful.
I just like a few credentials, backed by this cosmetology license.
Exactly. And see, that is what we want the people to know, that they're just they're not learning from somebody who just decided they wanted to play on Facebook today. No, you went and actually got the credentials. You went and you did the study. You actually worked in the industry. And so thank you so much for giving us that background, because I wanted them to know that they're not playing with somebody that's fly by night. That's not what we're bringing at the Social Power Summit.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Absolutely
and so,
not. Absolutely not.
No. So now I want you to give us maybe the 3 biggest things that you need to be doing on Facebook as an entrepreneur.
Okay. The biggest things that you should be doing. Oh my God. Let me just think a second on the top 3 biggest things, because there's a multiple of things you should be doing. The first thing is, I really believe, and this is where we have an issue, is to really target who your audience truly is based on, now remember, your audience may change based on activity. And so I think overall, whoever it is, whether they are the beauty industry professional or someone who is looking more to B2B versus B2C, like we're, business to consumer versus business to business. So I think first you identify that role, or who is your audience. So whether it is the business or business to consumer, beauty professionals are business to consumers majority of the time. I typically use dual strategies because my business, my salon peers are business owners typically. And so the number 1 thing is to understand who your audience is. I think number 2 is to understand that this is a marketing tool. It is a channel that can be used as a business marketing tool, and it is not the only business marketing tool that should be integrated in their marketing plan. It is one aspect of it, and I think that is where people get a misunderstanding about social media is the only thing that we use. So we talk about having it as an integrated approach. So first thing is the audience. Second thing is to understand that it is a tool. The third thing for me is to understand, based on your goals, how to leverage and use this tool to reach your ideal audience based on activity. So for me, those are some of the higher top 3 to get them started. And then once from there, we look at what's the best way to reach them, utilizing what? Is it video, graphic posts, motivational, whatever. So those things we can get to later. But I think, first of all, you always have to know who you're talking to, who you're trying to reach.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now you're going to be on stage and you're going to be giving them these tips and these tricks. You're going to be giving us this workshop. What is the one thing that you should, that they should come for? That one thing that you're going to give them. I don't have to give it all, but, give them that one thing that they should be in the room for.
I really want to show them different strategies on how to optimize and leverage this tool. It is not challenging, but I don't even think a lot of people really understand, and especially on a business page. So yes, we're going to talk about they need to have a business page if they're in business. But to go behind the scenes into the back end of the insights is critical. Understanding how to measure and analyze your activity on Facebook is I can't speak highly enough, but I will also show them some very simple ways to do it and what things they should be looking for that are even industry specific. So even though my target that I work with now are beauty industry professionals, when I work with this platform, I'm basically talking to any person in business because that's how I look at the information. Then I make it relatable to what their industry is.
Yes, yes. And since you were speaking about the business page, as you know, August 1st, we're no longer allowed to use third-party apps on our personal profiles anymore. So now they can only use it on the Facebook page. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that messed up a lot of businesses because they did that?
I wouldn't per se it messed them up. Now let's look at the analogy as to why they possibly did it. Now I did a little research here, so I got little numbers. Okay. Yes. And this will probably seal the deal as to why they did that. if we're putting third-party apps on a non-quote revenue generating page that they're not generating revenue from, it's really defeating their purpose in terms of increasing their revenue. But the statistics show mobile advertising revenue is reported, and according to Facebook, represents approximately 91% of their advertising revenue as of Q2, which was Q2 of 2018. That's huge.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's huge.
To divert that off of a page that's strictly set up now to generate revenue, that 91% is only going to increase now that they do that. But what it's going to even further require is that the users, the business users on Facebook, really learn how to leverage organic traffic, because clearly our organic traffic is going to be derived from our business page. I mean, from our personal pages. Even though you can get organic business traffic. So let me just tell you one strategy I did. Because beauty industry professionals are my target, those that are in business or contemplating, opening their business. I don't care whether it's booth rent or whatever. When I realized on my Facebook business page that it allowed me, now guys, catch this one, it allowed me to invite my friends to my business page. I was like, oh, wait. Well, if my real friends aren't my potential target, then I probably should be connecting on my personal page with people who are sort of in my audience, right?
Yes.
As opposed to my sister, my friend, my son, my daughter. They can pick up the phone and call me, or I can get a separate page. So when I realized that Facebook for Business allowed me to invite people to like my business page, I stopped accepting regular real friends and cousins on my personal page as my friends. I started accepting beauty industry professionals who were my target as my friends. So now I can generate the likes organically and not have to pay so much for them. So I would safely say of the almost 5,000, because I've hit 5,000 twice and I keep purging the the non-family or, non-industry professional. So I'm almost back to 5,000, but I can tell you about 95% of them are beauty and barber industry professionals. So I have a whole dual pool that I can pull over or invite over because they are my audience. And that is why now I do more live streaming on my personal page because I've switched to my audience was. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I can give them a direct call to action, which I like to do.
That makes so much sense. And I mean, that's the reason why we're here right now on my personal page. Most of the people that I meet at my different functions that I speak at, different classes that I do, things like that, I invite them here because then I want them to go over to the business page, especially when we start pumping those out. So what happened when it was time for Social Power Summit? I invited my friends on my page because they were the people that I have been servicing. Those are the people who I've been, moving to the next level with. So, I mean, it made perfect sense. That is an awesome, awesome tip, everybody. That's an awesome tip.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you think about it now, when the algorithm changed sometime last year, April of 2016, when the algorithm changed again, you are now only reaching maybe 2 to 4% organically, right? So even when you post, unless your audience is highly engaged anyway, or you have a higher percentage of those that are totally on your page, you're going to have to either boost it or run a campaign and add, to get the engagement or the people to your page. And so one of the things that I have learned too as a hack is start using my event. So as opposed to like this announcement, as opposed to just putting it up as a post, put it up as an event, and then put the event out, because it will show up as well in multiple places as an event.
Exactly. I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I hope y'all are catching these nuggets, everybody. I hope y'all are catching these. So now, look, Carla, I am so excited. I am so excited. So tell them why you decided to be part of the Social Power Summit.
Part of it was I wanted to support you. It wasn't even about me. I really have been trying to sort of be selective about the social media platforms, let's put it that way, or events. Now, one is I truly wanted to support you. You and I met at the the Periscope Summit. What is it now called? Is it still the Summit?
Yeah. Okay. Summit Live now, so, yes.
There you go, Summit Live. So we met 2 years ago, 3, maybe 2016. So we met live at the Periscope Summit. And the Periscope Summit really opened my eyes, and it probably opened yours a little wider as well, that we were underrepresented on those stages. Right. We were highly underrepresented. So I applaud you for really creating a platform that highlighted those of color, regardless of gender, that there are people out here that are doing some good things in educating and utilizing these platforms that we're not being invited to, to be a part of or selected when we submit. Exactly. So yeah.
I mean, thank you so much for bringing that up, because you and I, we stay very versed in those communities, and it's real obvious where you're wanted and where you're not. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you have an event that has 200 speakers and 4 of them are look like you, and then there's still no females on top of it to boot. So out of the 4, none of them are female, and it's just amazing. But I know females that are killing the game every day, every day, and
absolutely,
it's real. It's good when somebody shows you this that may not be anything like you. Then it's a little better when they may be your same color, but when they are like you, it hits home.
Yes,
I can do that too. No matter what you say, that psyche still says she's doing it, and I'm going to do it.
Absolutely.
And
I think too.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, hon. Go ahead. No, I was just saying. I just think. You go ahead. I'll wait.
Go, please.
No, I was just really confirming what you were saying, or affirming what you were saying, is because I just feel bad. If anybody, I want to see truly, let's look at peers. Nina, oh my gosh.
Come on.
Even why is Nina not like Brian Fanzo in the overall industry here? You cannot tell me we don't have the talent and the knowledge, but we're just not being able. So for you to create a platform that highlights us, and I'm not saying it was totally designed for us, but it gives us a platform potentially where we're being shut out of or not even invited to. Yeah. And so I just, again, this is awesome. And so for anybody who is out there, if they can get to Nashville, Tennessee, September 14th and 15th, if you are struggling in any area of social media, or you just want to expand your knowledge, the speakers and the backgrounds are just phenomenal. I want to sit in on them too. Like, look.
Right.
Yeah, I'm coming to learn. Yeah, I'm coming to learn as well. Yeah.
And see, this is the thing. I mean, we're on our 3rd week of speakers. We have 1 more week after this. And I wanted people to see what is coming to be in the room. You know, these are people who are killing the game every day, yet they're not being recognized the way they should be. Okay?
Right.
And, you know, but they're coming to pour into you. That's the thing. They're coming to pour into everybody that's on this audience. Carla here is coming to pour into you. I'm coming to pour into you. The other 18 speakers are coming to pour into you. And I know people are like, oh my God, it's 20 speakers. Well, there's panels. So come right. I'm not putting 18 people up there to, you know, you're not going to get, you know, completely bombarded. You know, it's not that crazy.
Right.
But the point of it is that you are going to get a different flavor. It's not them same old people over and over again telling you the same old stuff over and over again. No, this is a new thing with a new perspective and a new flavor. Come and hear this. Come and learn how these people are killing the game. Come hear from somebody that looks like you.
No, go ahead, Dr. Finch. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
What we were saying is basically, we are in touch with this community, and we know what it feels like not to be, you know, added or, you know, represented. And yes. This is very important. And this, as a community, we need to jump on this bandwagon, because this could be as big as some of those other communities if we come together. Yes. And because there's so many women in STEM, there's so many people of color in social, there are so many people of color in STEM, that we could bring this to full fruition. And we can build the businesses, you know, basically FUBU, for us, by us. You know, I love that idea.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I totally agree. I just think one of the messages I truly want to convey is the use of social media and digital marketing is really a new way of marketing. It's not going anywhere. And so the sooner that they can acclimate themselves and wrap their heads around how to utilize the tool for their business, they will see their business take a drastic shift. Because I can remember my early days in marketing, where clearly our budgets were hundreds of thousands of dollars just for what we called out of home, meaning billboards, your mailers, you know, your direct mail pieces. Television was so expensive, and it still is. But we now have a go live button that technically is available to everybody. You just hit it and go live. You can talk to anybody all over the world, depending, right? And so for businesses not to be maximizing these tools is really a hindrance to their growth and a hindrance to the acceleration of their growth. You know, it's going to, they're on a longer journey or cycle by not understanding the tool they have available to them through the social media marketing channels. And that's, you know, whether it's an Instagram, whether it's a Snapchat, whether it's YouTube, any of those, Periscope, for goodness sake. I mean, but we now have the capability of putting our brand in front of people around the world. And we can do it, you know, for as little as the time we put in to build a community that will watch us in a live forum, or whether we put whether we put the ad dollars behind it. And where else are you going to advertise on any other platform for as little as $1 a day? My goodness, you can only send 2 regular letters for $1 a day. That means for what? The course of a week, you can only send 14 pieces of mail. Right, 2 per day, 7 days a week, 14 pieces. Now, I could target a community and possibly reach anywhere from 60 to 100 people a day for $1. And if I've already built up some community and are okay going online, I even have a greater reach faster.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think for anybody who says, I don't know, I need to learn more, I know some stuff, I need to learn more, I already know more, but I want to know more. Networking, this is a time basically to pick our brains. Bring what your business issue is, or bring what your questions are. And just like I tell people, just come to be an open vessel to receive. It's not that we're trying to dispel what they've heard, but we will bring the facts, that is most current and relevant, but also to be open to new schools of thought on how to utilize the information and the tools that are going to be shared with them to help them in whatever they're pursuing.
Exactly. I love that. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you end on a final note. What is the one reason why they should be in the room at the Social Power Summit? What is that one thing that you think everybody can get from your workshop?
Collaboration and growth. It's a huge networking opportunity. And definitely it's a way to gain knowledge to help you personally and professionally grow. Yeah. That's why I say they need to be in the room.
Okay. So y'all heard it.
That's why I'm gonna be in the room.
If y'all looking for collaboration, growth, and tools. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. And that's why she's gonna be in the room. Yes.
That's why I'm gonna be in the room. I'll be sitting in Nina's class. Look.
Yes.
I'm gonna be sitting in panel discussion.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And see, this is good. This is good because we're gonna have the money people. We're gonna have the different platform speakers. We're gonna have the why speakers. Because a lot of people are like, why should I do this? Why should I do this? Well, we're going to tell you why. And we're going to show you how businesses have flourished because they decided to get this tool. Look, if the world gives it to you, you need to leverage it.
Oh my gosh, this is a whole different one. Let me tell you something. I tell people, based on, I'm a boomer. I am not a millennial. I'm not a generation nothing. I'm a boomer. And typically we are the ones who are really struggling with acclimating ourselves to the new technologies of marketing and reaching consumers. Okay. But I realized early on that I wasn't going to get left out. My business was too new. My budget was finite, and to find a tool that would allow me to connect and when we talk about that know, like, and trust factor, there is no better tool than communicating via social media channels in a live format. And at the time I found out about Periscope, I had just registered for my digital marketing certification program. It was a 10-week program. Part of our program was a final presentation. And the final presentation was basically centered around using your website as the hub to drive traffic to. Well, literally, I blew my professor or the instructor away because I used Periscope live streaming as the tool that drove people to where I wanted them to go, inclusive of the website. And then I showed them how I was able to do it, and in a accelerated manner.
So, I want you to just tell the people, why they should go to these Facebook pages over their platform, and then, why does that make sense? You understand? Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just gonna do it on my personal page because I get more traction. But what are the benefits to the page?
Well, I think this is one of the things that I tell business owners, small businesses, entrepreneurs all of the time. The Facebook business page allows us to track our activity and our performance, and especially on what we're doing. We don't have that capability on our personal profile pages. So how will I know the level of engagement on anything I post? How will I know whether I'm getting the actual return on the investment based on what the goal was of a particular ad campaign I might have run? How would I know the best time to interact or engage with those who are engaging with me, or the best days? I can't see that information or have access to it on a personal page. Exactly. And so what I want to share with those who are in business and who are currently utilizing social media, whether they're posting or videos in hopes of reaching their ideal customer, you have more capability to reach your ideal customer utilizing Facebook's business page, even in a pay-to-play scenario, because you get to choose how much you're willing to invest. And so it's not automatic. I mean, I always tease the beauty and barber industry professionals because we have people that show up in our salons every day of the week selling something. You've got the chef who's coming to sell you breakfast. Oh, he's also got lunch. You got the fruit man coming in. You got the makeup person. You've got the handbag or the boutique person coming in. You got the bootlegger. Somebody done stole something trying to sell it coming into the salons. So we are spending dollars on that kind of stuff, but we can't seem to find a dollar to put in marketing to help us grow our business and reach our ideal customer. And I think that's where we are really missing the boat in terms of utilizing and learning how to utilize these channels, social media or digital. And digital, when we say digital, guys, for those who may not know, digital marketing would be your email marketing. It could be your SEO optimization. It could be your website, your blog, video. All of those things fall under. Affiliate marketing could also fall under digital marketing. And so any way that you are reaching people via an online capability or interaction is definitely, either under the digital marketing or the social media marketing space. And so our business pages are designed to really tell a story, okay, about how people are interacting with us and how well we're reaching our ideal audience. And it also is a way to test how we are reaching our audience. So if we don't know when the best time to post is, then if we're on our personal page, we can't track that other than seeing how many shares we have, how many likes we have. We can see if it's a video, how many views, but it will definitely not tell us the best time of day that they interacted with us or the hour. It will tell us that it was from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, or your best days have been between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Wednesdays. So if I am going to post something, I already have the solution when to do it. And that's the number. That's one of the main questions I always get. When is the best time to post on Facebook or social media?
Very good. Very good. So basically knowing your numbers and,
yes,
and basically, knowing your audience. Those numbers
yes.
will tell you who your audience is and, and how you should be able to serve them properly, to get your best lead. Okay. So
absolutely.
Yes. So, one final nugget to let the people know what they should expect from you on September 14th and 15th, and then tell them where they can find you.
Okay. One thing that you definitely can expect from me is knowledge and strategies to optimize. And I'm not talking about spending a lot of money. but I do want to talk about how to optimize organically and utilizing paid traffic. What's available for us, you know, how to build a list that you and I talk about, lead generation, which of course, lead generation is not really a term that is really utilized a lot in speaking with the beauty and barber industry professional, but it's definitely something that they should learn, begin to learn about, and how to do recruiting for their customers a little differently. Mm-hmm. And so I would hope to see you guys at the summit, at the Social Power Summit, September 14th and 15th. I'm just in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't want to forget to say that. And so I think the link, where can they register? Where can they find the link on your page?
It is socialpowersummit.com, and it's right there. Vanessa has posted it for us right there in the.
Okay. All righty. Okay. So we've got it there. Also, guys, for anybody who's interested in following me, you can find me literally on all social media channels. And I mean Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, and my username is the same. It is at I am Carla Jones. And so definitely you can find me there. I do have a Facebook page, of course, Carla Jones. I also have my business page, which is Salon Solutions Group. And so, and my website, salonsolutionsgroup.com.
Well, you know, you definitely should connect with one of our other speakers. He is in the beauty and barber industry, Uchin Diwani, better known as the Millionaire Barber. Y'all might already know each other.
Yeah, Chan.
Yes, Chan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, definitely.
Yes, he will definitely be in the room as well. So it's so if you are in the beauty industry, you actually have two powerful beauty industry people in the room to come pick these nuggets. So definitely come and be in this room. Yes. And
look, Vanessa said, no, this will not be live.
Yes. Yes.
This is a paid event, guys, so we can't stream it live. It's a paid event.
Yes. Yes, exactly. We want you to be in the room and build these connections, because we know that, yes, we've made a lot of connections online, but the real true connection is when what happens offline. And
that's right.
We want to definitely make those connections with each and every one of you. So thank
Absolutely.
you so much, Miss Carla. I'm so excited that you're going to be there and you are going to set Facebook on fire, I know. And
yes.
So if y'all need Facebook, then y'all this is definitely the place to be, and this is definitely the person you need to talk to. So
thank you. And hey, Chin, he said hi to me. I couldn't type it, but I wanted to say hi.
Yes. Oh, yes. Vanessa said free is limited. Invest in yourself and be in the room with the movers and the shakers. Please remember that.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
That's where the real interactions and the collaborations and potential partnerships exist realistically. Yeah. Yes. How they say, you meet online and you take it offline. Exactly. Yeah, you guys need to be in the room.
Yes. So get your ticket. We have day tickets. We have general admission. And, of course, we have VIP where you get to spend more time with the speakers. We have headshots, makeup, all this kind of stuff to get you right and tight for your social media presence. So you have so you have no reason not to be in this room. So thank you, Miss Carla. Definitely connect with Carla Jones. She is thebomb.com. And
thank you.
You know, and definitely go over there and make real connections with her. But
yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.